Hello and welcome to the Discngine virtual coffee chat. I'm your host, Valentin Bouchiot, and today I'm having a coffee with my colleague Alexandre Gillet, product manager at Discngine, and we are going to talk about the launch of a new Discngine solution called DCI. So, hello, Alex.
Hi, Valentin.
Thanks for joining me. And so, before we start, could you maybe briefly introduce yourself? Give us a little bit of history about you. What's your role at Discngine? And finally, can you also tell us what DCI stands for?
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone. My name is Alex, and I'm the Chief Information Security Officer at Discngine, but I'm also the project manager of Discngine Cloud Infrastructure (DCI). I have a background in bioinformatics, and I joined Discngine a bit more than 7 years ago after my PhD. And since then, we've been supporting customers to move the workload to the clouds. During that time, we've tackled a lot of challenges that moving workload to the cloud can generate. I'm thinking about a lot of stories that's about storage and databases and security and everything. Yeah, the whole package that you can imagine that concerns moving things to the clouds. And I think I said it already, but this DCI stands for Discngine Cloud Infrastructure.
Yeah, cool. And so, can you explain what is the Discngine Cloud Infrastructures and the benefits it brings to the customers?
Yeah. So DCI basically it's a platform that we maintain and that we manage. That is so it's a cloud platform that is dedicated to the life science industry. And so we host our SaaS softwares. So I'm thinking about precision, qualification, assay. It's a platform that we use for ourselves internally, and that we are developing internally, and we also use it to host managed services for our customers and partner softwares. So the benefits of this platform for our customers is the same than for us. Basically, they don't have to care about anything when they choose to run their workloads on there because we manage the upgrades of the platform, we manage the security of the platform, we maintain the logging of the platform. So we care for everything, and we also care about the flexibility of the platform, meaning that we shape all the projects and we shape them in a way that it can vary, and we adapt the shape of the project depending on the need of the projects, meaning that small projects can have small shapes, and when the project grows, we can very easily adapt the workload and the compute power to the project's size, basically.
Okay, thanks for the explanation. And that
Yeah, sure.
brings me to another question. It's why Discngine decided to
Uh,
launch this solution. Like, what were the main reasons behind this?
yeah, there are many reasons, but basically it's the history of DCI is based on observation, because several years ago, yeah, when we did our first projects of moving stuff to the clouds, we observed a lot of difficulties that were uh, let's say relevant, especially to the pharma industry, and those difficulties were often linked to the coupling of different modules of those applications, and also linked to the storage capability that was not scaling, for example, and also to upgrades that were not done because everything was coupled, and when you touch one piece of something, it just breaks all the other pieces, and you have like production applications that are broken for a few weeks. And so we figured out that we could help in many aspects of those issues. but also in parallel, what happened was that a lot of technologies came in and also came to maturity. And I'm thinking about Kubernetes and infrastructure as code and etc. And all those technologies, they allowed us to create some kind of a process. We could even say strategy to ensure that all those migrations are a success. So yeah, in other words, what we did is that we packaged our experience and expertise in those lift and shifts to the clouds and gathered that into a platform that we branded Discngine Cloud Infrastructure.
Okay. And can you share with us maybe an example of a project that Discngine conducted involving DCI? How was it? And maybe if you have like key success factors to share with us, especially if someone is thinking about moving an application to the cloud right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I would say that the typical project is a project where you have to move an application to the cloud, and the application is outdated and it's slow, and it basically doesn't run properly anymore, and the users are quite unhappy. And one of the keys of the success of this kind of project is to make a kind of is to make the right analysis at the beginning, be able to identify all the different parts, especially when the builders of those applications and builders of the runtime are not there anymore. So being able to clearly identify all the moving parts and all the important parts of the application that are coupled, set up a plan on how to uncouple them, so that we are later able to touch all those parts, upgrade them, and repair them independently, in a way that it doesn't break all the rest of the application. And when you are able to do that, we've seen projects where you have applications that are completely out of date, that we are able to move to the cloud with performance improvement between 5 and 6 fold. Um,
Impressive.
and yeah, and usually in a time frame that is quite unexpected. Like we managed to move some applications within a month or two, while much more was expected. So yeah, if I had to give an advice on what's the best strategy and how to move an application to the cloud, I would say that um, we, we need to make the right evaluation at the beginning, even before we start the project, and decide how to uncouple things, especially when you have a scientific application with a lot of different third-party softwares and algorithms and running pieces. So it's really important to identify how to be able to run those workloads in containers and orchestrate them properly.
Okay, awesome. Very, very insightful. Thanks a lot. It was a
Sure.
real pleasure. I really enjoyed my coffee, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sure,
Thanks.
great.